Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and my name is Felicia, and in this video we are not going to talk about me, and we are going to talk about reverse culture shock experiences of my dear friends worldwide. All amazing travel vloggers, travelers, travel bloggers whom I have met online, one I have met in real life, which is pretty amazing. Reverse culture shock is not very easy to handle, and I want to thank them so much that they are sharing their experiences and telling their stories. In this video we got Marius from Germany, Sara from Hungary, Natasha from USA. It is truly inspiring and we are going to start right away.
Hola, my name is Marius and I'm from Germany. I just recently returned from my world trip, which was basically a South America trip. This is where I spent the last 1.5 years of my lifetime. I basically started in the south in Argentina, went all the way down to South Patagonia, went over to Chile, all the way up Peru, Bolivia, and this is where I met Feli. I met her in Sucre.
Marius,
Hey,
you have to introduce yourself.
Hey, it's Marius from Germany, and I love Chirimoya.
I'm Jack, I'm from England. I'm volunteering here in this hostel for a few weeks, so I also like Chirimoya.
Yeah, me too. I love Chirimoya, and I'm Christine, and I'm also from Germany.
A very nice fruit, and I think it's very typical for Latin America, and I also tasted it in the market, but I didn't think it was so convenient to bring in my class. But it's so nice that I could taste right now. And oh my god, tomorrow I have an exam for my Spanish class, and actually it will be my last class tomorrow, so I really need to dig into my work.
And yeah, she was a busy person already back then. So from there I made my way up to Colombia, through Ecuador, where I also spent 3 months, and yeah, it was an amazing time. But when I came back home, yeah, I think this was much harder for me than the way to South America, because I never had a culture clash, probably because I started in Argentina, which is not so different from Europe, but overall I never felt uncomfortable with the circumstances. There were a few occasions where I would say I had some kind of travel depression, like for example in Chile, when I was like out in nowhere, I got sick. This was really hard for me, and I realized how much friends and family and so forth are important to maintain a normal life. Yeah. So, but when you start coping with these issues, I started to addressing these by staying longer in different parts of South America. I never pushed me to just like go as fast as I can. I never had these like places I need to go, or at least I stopped at this time, and this way it became much more comfortable. There was only one more time when I really fell into a deep hole, and this was basically an emotional situation. But yeah, so when I came back home to Germany, I was here. No more traveling, no more like this lifestyle totally changes. And I mean, you change a lot as well. So while your friends and family stay more or less the same, you start changing, right? So you come back home, and there you are. I had problems with like coping with the situation, but I mean, like with me it was a little bit different, because I came home right before the Corona crisis. I also came home from like in one day. So I want to stay 2 more months, and then it became a message that my grandma is sick. So I got back home, like bought a ticket, directly get back home. So it like there was no preparation time or anything. So yeah, that's about it. And yeah, and then the Corona crisis basically imprisoned us all in our homes, and this like probably is an issue right now for everyone, that you don't have the normal social contacts and the normal way to go along with people. So the other thing is, like probably I should tell you something about my recommendations, what I learned from my how you call that, a reverse culture shock. And I think you should just take it slow, right? The first month, just take your first month off. I hope you have the time to do that, and don't push yourself too hard to get back into business. For me, like at the very beginning, I thought like, yeah, okay, now I'm back. I need to show everybody that I'm like full productive and I need to do everything. But I think you need the time for acclimatization to the new circumstances. I mean, I'm from Germany. Like, working is like the lifestyle. If you don't work, you're like an outcast, I would say, my personal experience. But yeah, so I'm here. I say take it slow, plan ahead a little bit, like what do you want to do, what do you want to reach for. If you didn't do this already during your travels, what do you want to work in, or do you want to change something with your life based on your experience from your travels. For example, I changed my complete job. Before that I was an IT security consultant, and now I also was a programmer before, so now I'm shifting more to the programming and coaching, teaching part of my expertise, and getting away from the full-time employer stuff and the full stress stuff from the consultancy. And yeah, so I'm here. I say take it slow, try to reflect on the experience you have from your travels, and try to use these experiences to make you stand in this very different world. For me, it won't be the last time that I traveled. My plan contains to earn the kind of money or to have a kind of job that allows you to travel as well. Maybe not for 1.5 years again, but for a half year every now and then would be great. Okay, that's about it. Over and out, and best greetings from Germany. I hope you have a great time traveling and an easy time to get back home. Love you all. Bye bye.
Hello, my name is Sara. I'm 26 years old and I'm from Hungary, but I haven't lived there for 8 years. I did my university in the UK and then I moved to Southeast Asia for 3 years, and today I'm going to talk to you about my reverse culture shock experiences. So I came back to Europe this year in February, and it was not easy. Definitely not easy. Coming back, the high-speed pace of life was not something I was used to anymore. You know, in Asia, everything just goes on its own pace and people are not really rushing anywhere. Whereas here in Europe, we are running around from A to B 24/7. Most people with a very expressionless face, being afraid of being late from everywhere. And it's all about hustle, 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 which I'm not saying is a bad thing, because of course it's a very important factor if you want to be successful. But if you don't take care of yourself, then you can easily get lost in the process and you will probably burn out sooner than you expected. So that was really not the case in Asia, because people somehow there, they don't have that competitive spirit in a way that everyone can get a slice of the cake, because there is room for everyone who is hungry, if you know what I mean. So that was something really difficult to face again when I came back, because there is a major difference in people's values and attitudes towards work and success and life. Another difficult thing to adapt to again was that Asia has this very much family-orientated culture, and the sense of belonging to a community is very important there. Whereas in Europe, when I returned, I had to face individualism again, and I had to realize that most people are mainly thinking about themselves. And this major difference between these two cultures and these two lifestyles can really leave a void in you, and you are just thinking like, what the hell is going on? Where do I even belong? Who I am even? So that is something very difficult to readjust to. I am not saying that European or Western culture is horrible, because it is beautiful and it is a wonderful place to explore, but the difference between these two continents are just so big that you will definitely not be able to readjust in a day or in a week or even two. So I would like to let you know that you should just really take it easy, just go on step by step, just slowly, and embrace what you are feeling, because your mood will be changing like up and down all the time, very quickly. So when you are happy, embrace it. Let the people around you, like your family and your friends, know that you are happy, that you came back. And when you are sad, just cry the F out of yourself. It's allowed. You can cry. No problem. The last thing I like to mention is that you have changed. You have, and that's okay. No matter how hard you will be trying to tell people your experiences or explain to them, the truth is that most of them will not understand what you're talking about. Only you know what you've been through, only you know what you've experienced and what kind of a person you became because of those experiences. And that doesn't mean that you are wrong to be a different person and others are right to still be the same. It just means that you took a different turn in life that led you to a different path, and that's fine, because not all of us has the same journey throughout this life, but that doesn't mean that we cannot show some love to each other. So my advice to you would be that you should just take it easy and just accept your new self and do not try to suppress it. And you should always remember that the experiences that you've had, the people you've met, they are always there in your heart. And you will always remember, you will always know why it was such an important part of your life. And readjusting is a difficult process, but if you take it slowly, day by day, and if you keep it in mind that you can go back anytime, those people, those places, those experiences will be waiting for you, then I think it will make this process easier for you. And also journal. Journaling is very good. Write down your feelings, as I said before, embrace it, and that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for Felicia for asking me to tell my opinion about reverse culture shock, and yeah, see you later. Bye.
Hi, my name is Natasha and I live here in Austin, Texas. These days, what keeps me busy while I'm in quarantine and also in my life is YouTube. I make YouTube videos about traveling, how you can travel for less, traveling safe as a girl, and I also make a lot of vlogs. So if you're visiting the places I go to, I teach you how you can experience them as a local. Yeah, and I also went to school here. I graduated. After I graduated, which was in 2018, I moved to Spain for a year to teach English. Something cool about me is that I grew up all over the world. I was born in the US, but when I was 2 months old, we moved to India, then Australia, where we stayed for 10 years, then Vancouver, Canada, where I lived for about 5 or 6 years, and then I moved to Austin 10 years ago, and I'm 24, and I am Canadian American, and I go back to Canada quite often because my dad does still live there, so I go to visit him. But back to when I graduated college, so I studied international relations and Latin American studies. I moved to Spain to teach English, and when I was there, I definitely got used to the culture, and It took a little bit of time, but I did study abroad in Spain too in 2017. So I was there for 7 months already and I was familiar with everything. But upon returning to Austin, I returned last September and I didn't go straight into a job yet because I was still trying to figure out what path I wanted to go down and everything. But Spain's culture is very different than America's. It's slower in many ways. The lifestyle is a lot slower paced. Work days are shorter. People are more social. Going out is very different. You can start going out at like 8 or 9 p.m. and then you're out until 9 a.m. the next morning, which is insane, but super fun. I don't know. So yeah, when I moved back, it was kind of hard for me to be okay with the lifestyle of the US, where it's just really fast-paced and very work-oriented, kind of individualistic. You focus more on your own goals, your career goals, and I don't know, bettering your own circumstances. I took it slow. I would say don't push yourself to come back to wherever you're from and just go right back into your daily routine, your schedule, your work life, your social life also. Take time for yourself to readjust, whether it's the jet lag, the food, the people. Your mindset is definitely going to have changed in the time that you've been traveling, and it's important to acknowledge that and know that while you've experienced all these things, the people that you love and you care about back home probably haven't, and they won't see things in your way all the time, and it's even hard and impossible at times to explain to them why you see things in a certain way. I'd say journal. Journaling has helped me through many times. When I moved to Spain, I journaled a lot because it was the same thing in a way, like culture shock, not reverse, but just normal culture shock. Like sometimes you do things and they don't understand it, so I would journal to myself, write to myself, talk myself through it to get through it, and give myself advice. I would also keep in touch with your friends from your travels. I love to talk to my friends that I traveled with because they really understand like what it's like to come back and people not really understand you, or yeah, I think it's really important to just keep an open mind and keep in touch with those people. So yeah, those are my tips for reverse culture shock. And my YouTube channel is Nat Travels. My name's Natasha, so it's just Nat Travels with 1 T, 1 word. I guess my link will be down below, and my Instagram is the Natasha Ibrahim, and I'd love if you guys subscribe and follow me and send me a message, leave me a comment, and let me know if you came to my channel from this video, and I'd love to connect with you. Bye!
I want to thank Sara, Natasha, Marius for sharing their stories. I hope that this has given you more information what reverse culture shock is like if you have never experienced this before, and they are telling all their unique experiences, and I'm super grateful that they have done that, and I will share their accounts down below. You can find it in the description box. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, to subscribe on their channels, and see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!